My name is Will Griffiths with the Most Excellent Musical Monster Jam, and my guest this week is Tommy Holland. How you doing, Tommy?
Good, Will. How are you? Good to see you. Good to be here.
It's good to have you here. You, how do you fit into our Savannah music scene? Tell us about.
I don't know if I do fit in, but I've been involved.
You have a guitar on. You have to fit.
I got a guitar.
You have a
but,
guitar.
I
have to fit in somewhere.
I had a guitar for many years before I ever got the nerve to play in front of anyone. And most people who've heard me play understand why. But my family's musical. We've been in the music scene for years, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s with my uncle. And then, my association with the Night Flight Cafe was, probably the introduction to so many local musicians.
Well, that's how I knew you.
Yeah, that's
how
where
I met you.
And and now I played a couple of years, actually professionally. I don't know how well that went, but we had a lot of fun doing it. And with the Telfair Babies, Skip Jennings, who's here with me today, and Skip Hindley. We played out in a lot of restaurants and a few clubs, and had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, there you go. And you have something to do with the Savannah songwriting?
I have been a participant in the Savannah Songwriter Series, which is I think the first Sunday of the month, 3 people do 4 songs, original songs, and it's now being done at the City Bean. It was started by a couple of different guys and had been run very, very efficiently and brought a lot of good local talent to the forefront and we're doing original songs. But right now, mostly what we're doing is with our, 4 years ago, we started our acoustic jam session over at Coffee Deli in Haversham Village.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to ask you about. Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, 6 of us got together. July was 4 years ago. Decided we wanted to have some place to go and play at least once a week. And after over 4 years, we have grown to, last week we had 23 people show up with instruments. Sometimes we've had up over 30. It's all acoustic, but we have every type of instrument you can imagine in acoustic, from dobro to stand-up bass on a regular basis, accordion, and a lot of guitar players, but a lot of fun and a lot of love. But the cool thing about this group is we've grown to be so community-minded that it's like if you want a band to help with a benefit, there's usually somebody that will come out and participate. In 2 weeks, on the 3rd of November, we're doing for the 5th year, Pasta on the Park, which is a fundraiser for Liam's Land. And then later on in the month of November, we are doing 2nd annual Tommy Holland Birthday Bash, Musical Friends, and Musical Toy Drive to be donated to the Salvation Army.
Monster Jam was a twister there, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, it's a lot. To be completely honest, I said it wrong, but I got all the words and they just weren't in the order they were supposed to be. But basically what it is, we're friends of mine, a lot of guys from the Jam will be getting together at Bar Food the 25th of November, 7 o'clock, and performing. And it's a toy drive, but we're requesting people to bring musical toys. A lot of our goal is to get music instruments into the hands of kids and give them the opportunity.
Say it again. When is it? Tell us the date.
November 25th. It's the Tommy Holland and Friends Birthday Bash and Musical Toy Drive.
There you go. You got it. You got it right that time. Okay.
But I mean, it's not only me. It's this group of people. And like I said, we've done 2 fundraisers in the last 2 years for Hospice Savannah. The first year we raised $8,200. Last year we raised $9,300, which Hospice Savannah has been probably our pet project. We make sure that that's our big one every year. And we've done other events for various organizations around.
Did you have another event coming up after that one, and you just have the toy drive?
Just a toy drive right now. Okay. But Lord knows what might happen in the meantime.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
But it's like I said, the important thing is that we get out there and help other people.
How did you start playing music? Did you just pick up the guitar? Did you take any lessons? What was your interest in?
I had 2 cousins, one in Jacksonville and one in Los Angeles, both guitar players. One of them introduced me to the Byrds. Those guys, one of them introduced me to Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah.
And fortunately, both of those bands play primarily in G, and I'm the G man.
That's all right. That's all right.
And it just went from there. And then, like I said, association with various musicians, Skip Jennings, Skip Hindley, and you know, when you associate with great musicians, you tend to a little bit rub off on you.
So you're going to play a song for us here at some point tonight.
Yeah,
here.
we're going to do an original here in a minute. One that I wrote, and we're going to make an attempt at getting it right. But I have a tendency to finish songs and then forget what I wrote. But
well, you should record them. That's what you.
Well,
and do you have recordings now? Do you have any recordings?
I have. Skip Hindley has his Bandcamp thing. So if you want to find my stuff, I've got 4 songs on there. It's for some reason I've yet to figure out why, but it's Skip Hindley at Bandcamp, and then look for Tommy Holland Experience. Oh. Yeah, I know. I have 4 songs on there, so if anybody wants to go to them, check it out. But
all right, so
you want us to play one?
Oh, yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say to any of your fans or anything?
In my what?
Your fans. You do have fans, I'm sure.
Yeah, but most of them don't get this in jail.
Okay.
So, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and
why don't we try to do it now?
Let's go ahead.
This is not only my band companion, longtime friend, but my attorney. Well, I told you I wasn't coming here without my attorney. So.
Well, hold on a second. Let me ask Skip. So, Skip, go ahead and introduce yourself, because these people don't really know who you are, and tell them who you are.
Skip Jennings. I've lived here in Savannah since I was 14 in 1970. I was on the radio a lot in the 70s and 80s. I was started on WSGA back in 73, and then did a show called Alpha Omega on WZAT from like 74 to 77. And that, you know, I'm stunned that the people still remember that radio show, because that was the only hard rock show of any kind in Savannah during those years.
What was that show? Tell me about that show.
It was Saturday nights on WZAT.
Right.
It started usually about 9 and go to about 3 in the morning, and they let me have the radio station and said, you just play what you want to play. And you know, because there was an audience out there that was starved for some of this kind of music.
Yeah.
And so I mean, we had a lot of fun with it. Those were good times. It was, you know, it's been over 40 years since I stopped doing that show.
Yeah.
And that was on 97 Rock, and I was on the NPR station WSVH playing jazz throughout the 80s and such. And I've been.
And you also host something. You host something that you've been doing for 40 years. You host the Jazz Festival.
Yeah, I've been the MC of the Jazz Festival
since
since 1987. I think I've done 32 jazz festivals now.
Awesome.
And I also used to do the Blues and Barbecue Festival too at the Roundhouse when that was around in the 90s. So,
yeah, I remember that.
So actually, yeah. So we've had a lot of good time with music.
What, the Blues and Barbecue or the 90s?
The 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. But Tommy and I have known each other since almost when I moved to Savannah, and it's a long road, but it's been a good time.
Well, good. We're glad to have you here at the Monster Jam. And what the name of the song is, one more time?
Things could have been better.
Things could have been better.
Different. Things could have been different. Or one of those.
They could have been better. They could have been different.
And I also can't read because it's right there.
It's okay. All right, so here we go. Tommy Holland, Skip Jennings.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Guess I should have danced the last dance, at least to see how things could go. Maybe I missed my opportunity. Now I spend my time alone and old. Could have been different. Things could be the same. Might be happy. Maybe I'd feel the pain. I hope one day our paths would cross again. I could say the things I feel seems the road you're on, it always starts somewhere out where my road ends.
Could have been different. Things could be the same. Might be happy. Maybe I'd feel the pain.
Could have been different.
Things could be the same. Might be happy. Maybe I'd feel the pain.
You grow no younger as the days go by. All you plan just change one day. Like the moment hid deep in your mind, till your life just fades away.
Could have been different. Things could be the same. Might be happy. Maybe I'd feel the pain. Could have been different. Things could be the same. Might be happy. Maybe I'd feel the pain.
Guess I should have danced the last dance.
That was great, guys. That was great. That's original?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Very good.
Yeah.
Tommy's got a lot of good songs.
What the interesting thing is how these songs evolve, because that one, the lyrics changed several times, and it just did. I was like,
Well, you know.
I can't remember them and I can't see them, so I said, let's make them up as we go along.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'd like to thank you both for being on this week's Monster Jam.
Thanks for having
Yep,
us. I
thank you
really
both.
appreciate it.
Thank you. You both sounded
Love
great.
what you're doing, man. It's all about local music.
Yep, you can
And,
catch us
y'all
every Tuesday.
Be able to go out and support your local venues that support local music.
Yep, well, that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching this week on the Most Excellent Musical Monster Jam, and you can catch us at the Musical Monster Jam at .com. What is it? What is it? I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank you guys for being on the show.
Shut up and play. I ain't here for no seminar. I want a story, I can read a book, catch a PSA.
Shut up and play. I heard more than I wanted to. I don't care why you wrote the tune.
Shut up and play.
That's awesome, guys.
It was fun, Will.
That's awesome. Been great.
Heart. There
Heart.
you go. There's a heart. That must have been my mom.